Andy with Empire Contractors, and I'm down here at Business 401, Elizabeth Calzilla's training. What I got most out of this training is how effective and efficient they were for rolling through each and every part of the process. 140 some page booklet. Very impressed by how they stayed on track and still allows some time for some Q&A in between. These things are very easy to get off track when they're doing the training, and they're very efficient on getting through the whole program in a timely manner. I got a lot out of it. Also, the networking in between sessions was a lot of value too. Initially, I had a call with Elizabeth talking about another business that I had for a conference, and so it wasn't really related to my roofing company, but I had a problem with kind of getting the vision out of my head into my team, which now that I'm here, I'm realizing I have the same issue in my roofing company too. And, you know, I got these ideas and overall vision ideas in my head, and I'm not correctly communicating that to my team. And so this really helped kind of establish some ideas on how to get that out on paper, the right questions to ask. So yeah, I got a ton of value out of it, and I'm going home with a whole ton of notes. How thorough and laid out the training was. I mean, when I sat down and you guys had a book that was like 140 pages long, I'm just like, wow, you guys took a lot of time to go in depth and just bullet point and lay out all the different steps. And we never really realized how complicated this business is until you look at all that's involved. I've been in business for 25 years. And it's kind of up in here, but you know, when you don't have it all laid out as processes and written out, your team doesn't know all that. And you're just kind of winging it every day, trying to remember the process. And if you don't have it written down, you really don't have an effective process. So yeah, I took a lot of pictures, and we got the manuals that you guys created for us, as well as the manual that we went through the training with. And don't get me wrong, we have some process laid out, but they really aren't ideal yet. They're not perfected. So I know sometimes we make the process and we feel like, oh, it's done. But if they're not working or they're breaking down, for my mind, it's like kind of get tired of fixing it all the time. And you're just like, you know, so it's kind of broken, but we'll just keep driving it. And I'm going back to have to say, you know what, we still got to keep trying to rework it and working out the issues that we're having. So that's what I'm doing when I get back, is to say, you know, I've been dealing with this problem. One thing that Liz said, you know, if you've been dealing with this problem for 6 months, why are you still dealing with it? You should have dealt with it the first 2 weeks you were dealing with it. And so I can easily say I've got 5 of those problems right now to go back and say, okay, this has been a problem. Let's sit down and correct it. Well, I already had several people say, hey, Andy, when you get back, tell us a review or give us a review. So I have to say that it was above and beyond what I expected. I've been to other trainings too, and instead of comparing other trainings, it's more like vanilla, strawberry, chocolate. You know, it's really, what kind of personality are you? And I felt like this was really laid out in a fashion where, you know, I'm a visual person. So I've got to be able to see it and do it in a saturated environment like this. Can't just watch a YouTube video to learn this. Really got to be an environment where you're saturated by like-minded people. You guys gave us these little tabs, and I've never seen another training program do that, where you gave us these tabs and you gave us a highlighter marker, and you're constantly saying, okay, tap this section because you're going to come back to it. Double tab this section because it means this. Highlight this section because it's a power word. And so that was very, very important for guys like us that are roofers that are just kind of like glazing over the content, and sometimes we daydream. So that was very effective.